what's up everyone, it's Dave, and we are back for another interesting video. So we are going to do another ecosphere. So far we have RonnokYar and RonnokYar, those two ecospheres. RonnokYar is struggling, and I think I did the one thing you're definitely not supposed to do in a sealed ecosystem is because it was thriving, it was doing just amazing, but I opened it. I added new plant life, and I added some pill bugs or roly-polies to it, and that I think I killed it. We'll have to wait and see. It's not completely dead yet, but maybe what I introduced into it killed it, or maybe the fact that I broke the atmosphere of that ecosystem. So if you think about it on a bigger scale, what would happen if we did it to Earth? What would happen if we just said, oh, let's take away the protective lining around it, and let's see what happens. So anyways, we're back to build our third one. This one will be called RonnokYar. So what I have is this plastic bottle that we're going to use, and it's a Tropicana bottle. So here we go. It's a nice clear bottle. I have some Imaginarium pebbles that we're going to put in there. What's the aquarium substrate? I have some dirt that I pulled out of my flower bed. I will say I'm not sure what all's in here, but I do know for certain that there is a millipede, centipede, whatever you want to call it. There's a long creature in here with a lot of legs. So, and then next I've got, just pull it over here. So I've got some sheet moss in this terrarium of mine that I've been keeping it in there because I didn't want it to die on me, because I have some other plans for it. But so yeah, so I've got we're gonna do some sheet moss, the dirt that's in there, and pebbles. So that's all that we're gonna put on now. And so I'm going to tilt the camera down. I'm gonna do this in real time. I know y'all don't need to see my face to do this. So here we go. So this will be a little bit longer video, but I think it's worth it. So here we go. Little cutout here. Let's see if we can do this without making a mess. I want to get about an inch. And I'm making a mess. All right, let's see. Pull this out of the way and hold this a little bit tighter. Let's see how that looks. So yeah, so that's about just under an inch. So this is our drainage layer, okay? So we're gonna add water into this, and then we're going to, that will allow, you know, the water to keep the plant life humid, keep it watered, because the water will condensate on the sides, and then it will come back down and down into there, basically rain down on the plant life down below and the soil. But we don't want the soil to be saturated. In RonnokYar, I did not put as much soil, and I think that's one of the issues that we may have with that one. So all trial and error. I think I've got enough substrate in this one. And when we add water, we're going to make sure that we don't add too much, because here again, it's an ecosystem. The water is going to be down below. Humidity is going to raise it up. It's going to condensate into the bottle, and then it's going to rain back down into this substrate, and just repeat that process over and over again. So I'm going to get I'm going to pause the video real fast because I need to get something different with the opening on this, to get something different for my soil. All right, we're back. I got this much smaller spoon. It's a grapefruit spoon, so that will fit down into here. And we're just going to take little bits of this and put it down in there. Here again, not sure what all we're getting, but when we get to the millipede, we'll make sure that we get it down in there, so we've got something to aerate the soil, keep it strong. Oh, there it is. I found it. We'll catch him in a second. So all I did is I scooped this just right out of my garden, a little flower bed. Looks like we got some little tiny rocks in there too, so that's fine. I'm seeing some sort of plant life going on there. Not sure if it'll do all right in here or not, but we'll see. I'm making a mess. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. Just hard at work here, right? Alright, there's our millipede. Can you see it? Or whatever it is? I don't know. Anyways, anyway, there it goes. And we still got to put a patch of moss in there, just because I want some moss in there. I want to see how it does. It should do very well with the humidity and everything. And there was a couple of pieces of little plant life, but they were probably just weeds, and I don't know if they'll continue to grow or not, but we shall see. Alright, so there's that. Let's get this other dirt out of the way. Clean up as we go, right? Alright, so there's that. And I'm just going to shake that around a little bit, get it just kind of in there. There we go. So you can see a nice, our substrate comes up to about here. Alright, and then we've got the dirt up to there. Oh, there's our little critter. So that'll be cool to see how that does. He's going to town. But anyways, he'll keep the soil aerated. He or she will be offended. Alright, now let's see how I'm going to do this moss. As you can also see here, I've got two types of tweezers. And I can get pretty far down in there. I just got to see how I want to take this chunk of moss out. I may have to cut a piece of it So here's our sheet moss that we're going to put in there. So it won't take up the whole thing, but it will take up a nice spot of it. So we'll see. Alright, we're just going to kind of cram it down in there, and then we'll use our tweezers to move it around. Boom, there we go. Alright, let's use the straight ones here. Alright, so let's just get that down in here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Looks like we're going to have half, because I can't squeeze it. Tweezers just aren't long enough. But, so we'll do it like that. Push it down. Maybe we'll do another little piece. Let's see. Let's see, let's go for, because this is sheet moss, so it's different. There's different textures of the sheet moss in here. So let's go for this side over here and get some out of there. Alright, so this has some other little textures in it. So we'll have two different types of sheet moss in here. Hopefully this can fit down in there. All of that side. Alright, so just kind of finagle that down in there. Alright, now I'm going to leave one area with no moss, and the reason why, I want to see if it, so we're going to leave this part here in the front without any moss, okay? And the reason is I want to see if it is growing, and if it will actually expand and cover the entire thing. There we go. I like that. That's looking good. Alright, so it looks like we've got two different types of moss in there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is more like fuzzy, furry type moss. And then this one is more like ferny almost. I know it's not a word, but so there you can see the differences. More softer, and then more ferny. Alright, so there's that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some water, and I'll be right back with the bottle. Alright, we're back. I know this says purified drinking water and whatever brand it is here. However, this is from my rain barrel outside. If you want to see the video on that, I got a video of that on there too. So, alright, so I'm going to pay close attention to how much I put in here, because I don't want it too saturated. So I'm going to pour it towards the back. And just keep an eye on it. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to stop. So the water level is right about here, which is right at the bottom of our drainage area. And I'm tipping it just so I can see the water move. So yeah, that's where I'm going to keep that at. All right, so make sure this lip is good and clean. go. Just want to get this stuff off the sides, because once we seal it up, I am not opening this back up no matter what. Well, if it completely dies, then we'll do something maybe, but alright, so all in all, very clean looking. We do have, I doubt you can see it, yeah, it's hard to see, but right here there is one spore. There you go, you can see it. So there's a spore right there on the moss, so that's good. Alright, so yeah, I'm happy. Alright, shall we do it? Once I seal it up, it's not coming off. Here we go. Blow some air down in there. Alright. That sucker is sealed. Alright, everyone. This is Ecosphere RonnokYar. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned, follow the journey.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you, unseen, you're not